on and how to make things work. So with all that said, I'm going to hand it back over to Ted and I will let him take it away. Ted, the ball is yours, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I'm Ted Bogert. I've got some energy today because I just downed a nice coffee that had 3 espresso shots in it. So I'm feeling good right now. So my name is Ted Bogert. I am a lender with New American Funding down in Orlando, but we're in 50 states and Puerto Rico. And I love what I do because I get to spend all of my time doing it with you guys. I don't originate, even though I'm a licensed LO. But I get to have fun. I get to do workshops and be part of all those organizations and build relationships. And then I have a team that takes care of all of the other good stuff. So today, and I'm going to try to share my screen. Today, we're going to talk about social media. And I really do want to encourage you to be engaged, ask questions, I'll try to keep track of the chat, did I do that right?
I'll keep an
Can
eye
you,
on the chat too as we go.
can you see that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
me
good,
too.
good, good. Because social media, we all have, actually going to poll, who has a love-hate relationship with social media? I do. And I'm on it all the time. Like I like it for some things. Sometimes I feel like I'm forced to be on it because the industry demands it. I don't ever want to be like that. And so I've tried over the years to really kind of develop a way to have a nice, healthy relationship with social media. And there's a lot of information out there, right? There's tons of information. Do this, post that, use this. There's so many platforms you can't keep up with them anymore. And so we're just going to kind of go through some things, some highlights of things that I do that I know are effective and give you some pointers and maybe some insights and hopefully some tips. Um, there we go. Authenticity. We talked a little bit about this last week, but authenticity is everything. It's absolutely everything on social media. That and consistency, which we'll talk about in a minute. But if you're fearful of being you on social media, you're missing out. If you're fearful of saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing when you are just sharing something that's about you or about your business, political and religious stuff aside, you want to be as authentic as you possibly can. And honestly, it will make the whole game so much better and so much more enjoyable. All right, some stats. 90% of clients, and I'm pretty sure that's a higher amount now. Sorry, I got to move this. 90% of clients research you on social before they ever call. Listen, it's not just Google anymore. It's actually ChatGPT, which we'll talk about in a little bit. That's increasing as well, but they go straight to social media. They're gonna look on your social media. They're gonna find out what you do, what you post. Um, Social media matters because it's your digital open house. This is your way to show yourself to people. Authenticity builds the trust, and every post is a reminder that you're the go-to pro. Tell me one reason, and if you want to just put it in the chat, I'll share mine and then you share yours. One reason that you may not have posted lately. I'll tell you one thing that I've done. I'm behind on posting. So I'm a consistent poster, but I've got events from last week I haven't posted about, flyers I need to get out, information I need to get out, and I'm behind. And so once I get behind, I tend to get more behind. And so I get, oh my God, I've got to catch up. That's why I haven't posted as much lately. I did a way back Wednesday this morning, so if you follow me on socials, which I'll give you my QR code later, I try to do stuff that's very personal. But this is the best way, the easiest way, the quickest way for people to get to know who you are, not just what you do. Anybody have a reason have who here posts consistently every day? Anybody? But me? Good. Some of you? Those of you who don't post every day, why don't you post if you want to put it in the chat? Walt, do you need me to look at the chat? I'm sorry. We got some chats. Here we go. Oh, thank you. Every day is too much for me. It's a lot, right? Every day is a lot. That's why there's so many different ways to do it. There's a lot of, you post a lot, Heather, and Katie says not every day is too much. You have to find your balance that's right. Statistically, once a day is more powerful than 3 times a week. So if you can get into a pattern and not overthink it, posting daily, I post multiple times a day usually, but you want to get into a pattern that's good for you. Remember, you don't want it to feel forced, but you do want to stay consistent. So if you're just doing it every other day, keep up with it. That's fine. If daily is too much, but find a rhythm that's good for you. Why? Because the algorithm from the social media pages will begin to reward you. So you know how everybody's, yes, that's how ChatGPT, and I'll talk about that right now. The algorithm's going to reward you. So if you think you're just posting every other day and you get 2 likes, the algorithm sees much more than that. And so it will continue to show you to more people if it knows that you consistently post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 o'clock, or every day at 1 o'clock, or every single day, 7 days a week. Then it's going to know who to show it to, and it's going to take that consistency and build up your social media performance. I will answer that question. Let me really quick. That's a great question, Lori. ChatGPT. Go when you get a chance. Go to ChatGPT and say who are the top 5 realtors give them an area, whatever area you're in. If you're not on that list, you're missing out. People are going to Chat and Claude and Grok and all of the things, Gemini. They're actually searching there now. And why are they being forced to search there now? Because even Google changed. And now Google has AI when you're going to search for things. So if you're not coming up on Chat or any of the AI platforms, you're also behind the times. And a lot of that has to do with your algorithm and your social media postings. So this, again, these are just tips. I can give you more in-depth tips. If you any of these things that you want help with, you can reach out to me anytime and I'll help you. So this is going to be just an overview. Lori asks, is it better to do this on a professional page or should we just use our personal account? Fantastic question. My personal belief and experience is 1 page. The reason that I say that is it's already hard enough to post on one. If you have 2 pages to post, almost always that second business page doesn't get any love. Also, if all you're ever posting is business stuff, people aren't getting to know you. So I have 1 page. I don't have a landing page. I absolutely do not have a landing page. But a lot of realtors have Ted Bogert Realtor. And then you see that they haven't posted in 3 months on there. Why? Because they're doing all of their stuff on the platform or the profile, I'm sorry, that they're used to, that they love. And so I believe it's good. It gives you multidimensional. You're not just a one-dimensional character anymore. You get to post good things, what's going on in your life, whatever you're comfortable with, and then people get to see you. They get to see who you are and learn who you are. So great question. Aren't we being gamed by people with more funding to spend on being seen? Can we be seen as little guys? Jason, fantastic question. There is a place for targeted, and if I'm not answering this, Jason, just put it back in. I think he's talking about paying to be seen. There are people who boost posts all the time, who do ads, who have an open house and they'll boost it. I'm just a believer in the consistency will pay off from the algorithm. I don't pay for any ads. Once in a blue moon, if I have a realtor who wants to do, let's say there are a whole bunch of people, they love to get northern people. So there's all these groups that you can post and target people who are moving to Florida. I'll help with that and I'll encourage that if that's what they want to do. My consistency over the last 18 years being on social media, I got an account when my kids were underage so that I could see what's going on Facebook. And now it's just one thing that I post all the time. I'm known for posting, but I'm not a big believer in spending a ton of money. If you've got an event, maybe, but you really need to look at it traditionally and statistically and algorithmically. As long as you're consistent in your postings, you're going to attract the people that you want to attract. So great question. All right. Let's see. I've got this. Okay. Your company obviously means something to you, but for most consumers, it means absolutely nothing. In the old days, people used to know the brand, maybe the balloon, or come on in, come on in. Sorry, I've got somebody bringing me some water. Oh, you're good. Thank you so much. Some more of that too, please. So people used to know like the Remaxes of the world. And nowadays people are just researching you. They really don't know anything about Epic or KW or how wonderful it is to be an agent there. They're just looking for you to find out if you're a connection, if you're a good fit. So your reputation, how you appear on social media, on all of the platforms, is really what they're looking for. They're not necessarily looking for anything but a feeling. So when you look at somebody's social media, one of the things I'm not a big fan of is if everything on your social media is just listed or just sold, you're not telling anything about yourself. Those posts tend to only attract other realtors look at that. Your consumer wants to know who you are. Where do you go to church if you're a church person? What community work do you do? Do you have a family? They want to feel a connection. So if all you're doing is posting the basic business stuff, you're missing out on a deeper connection with the consumer. I already talked about consistency. Again, I can't stress it enough. The consistency is so important for you. If you only want to do it every other day, do it every other day, but do it powerfully and consistently, and you'll get rewarded. And then people will look for it. Don't blend in. The whole point of social media is for you to stand out. You don't have to do the posts everyone else is doing. I want to encourage you to do posts you like. Why wouldn't you? You want to do stuff that you like because they can sense, don't I know for a fact, and you can raise your hand if you feel this way. I can tell when somebody's full of it on social media. I can tell when that's not their McLaren that they took a picture in front of. I can tell when it's all fake, 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 fake. We all talk about it because it does happen. Well, guess what? It's not just the real estate people who pay attention to that. It's the consumers, the people that you want to see who you are and what you do. I missed a question. Sorry. You asked a question about, I can't get back up there, but somebody asked a question about the meta page. Will you repost that so I can see it? So suggest post every day instead of 3 times a week. I'm a fan of every day. For me, I've seen it build my reach more. I have seen more interaction from it. And that's why I like every day. But that's me. If you like 3 times a week, you should do 3 times a week. I wouldn't do any less than 3 times a week. Why? Because the algorithm forgets you. They truly forget about you. It goes, okay, well, they're only going to post a week. We're not going to pay attention to them, and we're not going to share any of the stuff that they do. So I say 3 times a week minimum. And we can talk about in depth a little later about maybe what that post looks like. So thank you. I don't think Meta Business Suite exists for personal profiles. It does not. So if you get, so that was my experience, Katie. That's a great point. Meta doesn't promote personal pages. You can't access it. I don't use Meta Business. But for somebody who that's part of Katie's business, then yes, you're going to have a separate one. I am not a fan of Meta. It confuses me, but I'm old, remember. I'm close to baby boomer age. So Meta and having to do all of that, I like to control it in a way that I feel comfortable. Um, so Katie, I actually don't have Meta, and I connected my Instagram. Her question was, I only use it to post Facebook and Instagram at the time. All I did was connect my personal Instagram to my personal Facebook page. And because they're connected, they post at the same time. I don't go through Meta or the Meta app or the Business Suite. Just so the connection is easy to do if you post personal to personal. But a lot of people I know love to schedule on Meta. So that's for another discussion, but that's great. Does it track you? Yes. So you can so how many here are a digital creator on their personal page? Anyone? The reason that that's important, it's not because of the title. It sounds all floofy, right? It sounds, I don't know, it seems like it's overinflated. All that is an ability for you to track your algorithm and track your reach. It gives you actual statistics in the back office or your dashboard. That's the only reason I'm a digital creator. And when you have that digital creator, it actually algorithmically, I gotta find a new word for that, changes and shows you to other people because you have identified as a digital creator. There's no extra cost to that. It's just a matter of going in and checking the box, and I can walk you through that personally one-on-one if you'd like. All right, these are great questions. Why authenticity matters. Real connections. How many people here are fearful of posting stuff about their family because They were told that you're not supposed to do personal stuff or you're not supposed to mix personal with business. I hear that a lot. So I get a lot of people who comment on that. And I believe that that was just something that was taught a while ago, and some of us hung on to it. Uh, People are looking for the real connection. So if they don't see what Walt Key does or posts in his Hawaiian Vibin shirts or posts things about being a veteran or his house or his pups, they don't have any idea who Walt is, and they're going to move on to the other bazillion real estate professionals who are posting about their kid's party, the trip that they went on, their grandmother's 80th birthday. Those personal things actually are what attracts people to you. Statistically, it's a much smaller percentage than you would think to for people who are paying attention to your just listed and just sold with the gold key and all that good stuff. They go, okay, well, that's great, but who are you? I want to know who you are. People do business with people they like and trust. There's a third one in there, but I can't remember what it is. But they want to trust you. How do they get to trust you on social media? They take a look and they scroll through everything you've posted. And if all they see is business, I don't know, you're one-dimensional to me. That's statistically, it's not just a TED. Was on a NAR training and they told us to keep personal separate. Well, I love the fact that they did that. I respectfully disagree with NAR on many things, but specifically on that, because most real estate professionals are not going to keep up with 2 pages. So it may sound good on paper, but if you're already struggling to post consistently on your personal page, imagine having to do that on 2 pages because your business page isn't always the one that comes up on a Google search. It's usually your personal page. So you really have to be committed to working 2 pages in order for that to make sense to me. And I know me personally, I'm not. Um, all right. But you're going to have people, listen, you're going to have people who will follow just that page. I have a podcast called The TED Show, and I have a TED Show page. It's got about 30,000 followers on it. I post specifically TED Show stuff. That's it. I do that for them because they like it. But that has nothing to do with my lending business or my real estate business. All right. So remember how I said people want to get to know you? Well, there's a bad side to that, or a not so good side. It can't always be about how amazing you are. It should be a reflection of the things that mean something to you. And so here are some examples. Restaurants and local spots, things that you go to regularly, highlight them. Do something. If you have a dry cleaner you love, tag the dry cleaner. Do a post about the dry cleaner. If you belong to a charity and go to an event or you see they're having a fundraiser, share it. If you see some community activity that you may not even be a part of but interests you, share it. The reason that that's important is because people then will get to know, okay, well, Ted likes, I serve on the Basecamp Children's Cancer Foundation board. Ted loves to work with kids with cancer. Great. That immediately tells them something about me that I didn't have to blast out there and go, come look at me. I'm a big supporter of kids with cancer. That just showed what I like to give back to, or maybe something that I want to highlight because I believe in it. I like the mission. Industry stats. You don't have to be boring about industry stats. You can pull like our local realtor association every week, post something cool about the market stats for that week. A lot of us, including me, I will take that and I will share it on my page and just put a comment or two about it. Why? Because it's something interesting. It's something different. It's something that also then brings them back to the fact that you are an industry pro. Comments on friends and colleagues' posts. I can't tell you enough how every algorithm will reward you for commenting on other people's posts. It actually rewards you. So if you see a post and you like it, that's one thing. It's not enough. The algorithm isn't a fan of just liking. They want to see a comment. So if you see something you like, take the extra 10 seconds and go, that's awesome. That's wonderful. I love this. Because you're telling the truth, you love it. You obviously stopped and looked at it. Then they're giving you, the algorithm will go, that's fantastic. Ted's commenting now on somebody else's page. So now we're going to show him more often. You want to be shown more often. That's what the algorithm's all about. I keep my personal page private to friends only. Should it be public? That's a great question. Mine is absolutely public, and that's because it's always been public. If you're a digital creator, it has to be public. You can't have a digital creator page and be private. Um, I don't know the rationale. Maybe you can share, Katie, your why. I believe that you want to be found in as many places as you possibly can, unless you have some sort of private security matter that you don't want people to find you. But if you're a realtor, I want you to be found. You want to be found. I want people to be able to search and find me. I also think this is a good place to bring this up. You all if you want phone calls, don't make it so hard for people to find your phone number. Realtors are notorious for, here's my form, fill out my form. Here's the form in order for me to reach out to you. I highly encourage you to blast your phone number. Why? Because you want the business, right? You want to be able to be found. On my social media platform, at the top under my bio is my cell phone. I want people to be able to look at that immediately and know how to reach me. Yes, in our world, we have to be very careful of people who are crazy. That's why we have forewarn. That's why we have the other things that you can utilize. Um, but you just have to be on top of your game on that anyway. But the general consumer who's really looking for an easy way to reach you, if they have to struggle to find your phone number or your email address, they've moved on. You've got about a minute, if you're lucky, statistically, for them to try to look for it and get aggravated and frustrated. I was on trying to reach a realtor who sent me a message on Facebook, and for some reason she wasn't responding back. I went ahead and took a deep dive. 15 minutes it took me. But I'm not a consumer. The consumers would have left long ago, and you would have lost an opportunity to talk to someone. You have to make yourself, in my opinion, more accessible. Um, oh shoot. There was a comment above about it ends in I'm a digital creator there. So if you can repost that, I apologize. Amen to the phone call. Oh, so what? Yeah, the phone number. What about adding my business info content to my personal page and just be done with it? Keep it all in one place. I absolutely agree with that. And one thing that both Walt and I use is Linktree too. So my link, I use Facebook a lot because I'm old, right? Old people tend to use Facebook more. Um, I have a Linktree. If you're not familiar with Linktree, it's where you can list all of your links. You can even list your page. You can connect your page, all your pages, anything you could possibly want, your open houses, whatever you want to do on Linktree. If there's a link to it, it's an easy way for consumers to find you. The question about the connecting the business page and just putting it on your personal page, there's a link for that. You can actually go into your private profile on Facebook and just put in your other social media platforms, including your other social media page. So yes, you can do that. That's why my business page is public and I'm a oh, see, you know what? You just educated me, Katie. I didn't even know the business page could be a digital creator. If I feel like it's got to be a personal thing, you have to be willing to just commit to whatever you're comfortable with. What happens is people tend to get overwhelmed because there's 10 million different platforms, and then they end up getting analysis paralysis and then don't do anything. Excellent, excellent stuff. Okay. All right. So I have a podcast, but not everybody wants to deal with a podcast. But I want you to think about your social media as kind of your own reality show. Think of your social media as this is where people are going to see the inner and outer workings, at least on some personal and professional level, of Ted Bogert. You want to share your wins and you want to share things that might not have gone so right. Do you know the on TikTok and Reels and things like that, the Reels that show mistakes, errors, bloopers, things that didn't go so right aren't perfect? People actually respond to those more. Why? Because you're human. They want to make a connection to you. If everything you do is polished and everything you do is produced, then they may not feel like you're accessible. You want them to feel like you're relatable. And the way to do that is to show all sides. Show all of your sides. I post stuff about me that is absolutely crazy all the time. And it's because I am human. I could post nothing but lending posts all day or come look at me. I'm getting an award at this event. That hasn't happened in a long time, but the point is, I want to post about things that are normal. Why? Because you're a consumer. Remember, your post, this is so important. What you're posting on social media should not be for other realtors. What you're posting on social media should be for the consumer. If your goal is to be like Realtor X or Realtor Y, you're missing out on the connections that you could make with consumers themselves. Is your podcast open to receiving calls from the public? I wish it was. I believe I use StreamYard, just so you know, which is a platform. I think there's a way to do that, Katie. I haven't figured it out yet, but we're developing that. So there's a way for people to comment live when I'm live, but I haven't had the phone call part. So that's a great point. Remember, you're not selling, you're storytelling. This is all about your story. That's why it's a reality show. The reason I named mine the TED Show wasn't just because I wanted something easy to remember. It's because my life is crazy. The charity work I do, the community, 3 kids, 3 grandkids, um, all the things that I get to do on a daily basis. It's wild. It's up and down. It's a roller coaster. People like a roller coaster. Why? Because they're on the same roller coaster, just different circumstances. You are welcome. Somebody said they put their phone number. Sharing means caring. Okay, this is so important. When you like my post, let's say you go and you look at me later on and you go, oh my God, I like that post, or I want to share that post. Sharing is one thing. Nobody will see it if you don't add your own words to it. This goes for anything you share, a friend, a business, a charity. If you happen to love something that somebody else posted, excuse me, and you want the world to know, don't just hit the share button and post. Put in there, I love this because, I support this because, isn't this amazing? It doesn't have to be some Shakespearean wording. It just has to be something short and sweet. Why? The algorithm will reward it. It will not reward it if you just share. You have to add your own words. I have people where I do events and I post about events all the time that I do, and they only share it. So I have to go back to them and say, hey, can you add some words to that? Because after 4 hours, you've had no interaction. Why? Because Facebook hid it. That's what Facebook does. If you just reshare a post and you don't put any words, Facebook hides it. So you want to add your own words and you want to tag. If you don't know how to tag, I'll teach you separately. But if you have my post and you post it to your wall and share it and you say, I love this, that's great. But if you say, I love this and tag Ted, phenomenal. The algorithm rewards that 100-fold. And so if you consistently do that, it's not just good for you, it's great for the person who did the post. So this is all algorithm stuff for you guys. Video, who here, did I skip one? Oh God, I skipped a bunch, my bad. Who here gets frustrated when they don't see enough likes? I mean, sometimes I do. I have to remind myself, if you're a digital creator, you're actually going to see your reach. Your reach is much more important than your likes. The reason I know that likes are not hardly anything, even though the algorithm eventually, after so many, will reward you, is because I have so many people come up to me and go, I loved that jacket you were in at that event. They didn't even like it. They just saw it because Facebook showed it to them. So the reach is what's super important as a digital creator. And so don't focus on the likes. Focus on getting the authentic post out and make sure it's something intentional. You have to have a purpose behind it. Why are you doing it? Every time you post, why am I doing this? It can be as simple as I happen to love pets, so I'm going to share about pet adoption. Fantastic. You know what you're posting about. Always intention and purpose, and don't pay as much attention to likes and views. People are really seeing it that you don't know, and I can absolutely testify to that because I get it every single day, and I don't get all the likes that I think I should get. Don't worry, I don't say to them, why didn't you like it? But Laura asks, is it true that it suppresses your personal algorithm to share a post? If, well, I think what I'm asking, I'll answer it, Laura, and if I don't answer it, tell me. If all you're doing is sharing without commenting and tagging, yes, it's hiding it. It's just not going to show it to anybody. Somebody would have to physically go into your page and go, hey, I want to see what Ted Bogert's up to see the post. Facebook's not going to show it to anybody else because you've done nothing but share. You haven't done what they want extra, which is to comment and tag. All right. I know I need to speed up a little bit. Video. Who loves video? I love video. You guys like video? Come on. Everybody's a video pro. Video is a completely different algorithm. But what I want you to always focus on is a video that is not perfect is better than no video at all.
I like video with good.
Oops. I heard somebody.
I like video with good music.
You like video with good music? I love it. Well, listen, you want to do whatever makes you happy. So I use video on Instagram, and I'm going to tell you why. My Facebook, I've learned over time that Facebook and Reels for me are not as powerful or impactful or have a bigger reach than static photos. Instagram's the opposite. I get more interaction on Instagram when I do video. But I'll tell you what, I don't make any perfect videos. Go watch some of my podcasts. I make mistakes all the time. I love it when I see somebody laughing during a video. That I love it when you, and it even says here, mistakes make you human. Again, the whole point of this is you've got to be relatable. So if you look all polished and you look like you're super tight and you're reading off a script and your body doesn't move, people sense it. They don't want that. They want real. They want to know that you make mistakes. They want to know about you. And that's what the video is so important, not polished. There's a place for polished videos. Most of us don't have time or the resources to make polished videos. I even like the open house ones where the person hasn't paid somebody X amount of money to come film them at their open house or their I love it when I tend to go live at an open house when I support them. And I mean it's me I'm shaking because I'm walking. I'm not doing any great camera work. I'm still getting the point across. People are still seeing the house and they're seeing me make mistakes. And they're saying, God, that's what I would probably do because I don't have the resources to pay somebody to follow me around the open house. Use your phone. It's a beautiful thing to use your phone for your videos, but don't get caught up on the polished. It's better for you to put up a video that you absolutely just don't like the way you look. Because guess what? People on the other end are feeling the same way. If you look all put together and, Ted's got on I don't know, I've got on my makeup. I don't wear makeup, but I'm looking all polished and professional, blah, blah, blah. It's just not me. That's not a reflection of me. I'm a human that makes a lot of mistakes. I talk too much a lot of times. But you're always going to know that I'm authentic because I absolutely make mistakes all the time. All right. So here's some easy video ideas. 3 things I love about this neighborhood. Top 3 buyer mistakes. Client win of the week or month. A business spotlight. if you're at a restaurant and you're eating and you want to do a quick, hey, I'm at XYZ restaurant, I love this place and here's why, and you post that video, maybe take a little video of a little bit of the inside of it. It can be 3 minutes or less. 90 seconds or less is even better. And then you tag the restaurant, it does multiple things. First of all, everybody who follows that restaurant is going to see you and what you posted. Second of all, Facebook and the other platforms will reward you because you tagged the business and you did a video. So you don't have to overthink and be this professional and say, oh my God, oops, I got more comments. I'm sorry, you guys. You don't have to overthink it. And if you need ideas, don't worry about the water supply right now. Go into chat, ask for ideas, quick ideas, and don't make it 10 things. 3 things is the max I would do on video, unless you've got somebody helping you. I can remember 3 things. Don't ask me to remember past 3. But 3 is an easy, palatable number statistically that people like to look at. And they'll stay with you for 3. When you start getting above 3, statistically, they don't stay as long. So these are just some ideas, something that you can create on things that you're already doing. So why not just take a video because you've got the phone? We talked a lot about personality over perfection. Again, this all goes back, and I can't reiterate it enough. I am going to share the presentation, Jason, absolutely. I can't stress enough, and that's why it's on the presentation a lot. They want to see your personality. They want to see who you are. They want to get to know you. And it's not just something about feelings, because as you know, people won't remember what you said, but they're going to remember how they felt after you left. And that is a terrible Maya Angelou rephrase, but you know what I mean. People go with feelings. Oh my God, I love that, Ted. I loved how, because you don't say it out loud, but you go, I loved how I felt. It either moved me, touched me, inspired me, did something, made me laugh. I felt good after I saw the video. I felt good after I saw the post. Definitely personality over perfection every time. God, I got a lot to go through. Let's see. I got, what, about 5 minutes? We talked about the engaging. Again, I want to reiterate that if you can go in more often and engage, there's several platforms. TikTok and YouTube reward that handsomely. So if you're a YouTube person, you're a TikTok person, and you go in and you start commenting on videos that you like, and I teach a whole class on engagement on the social media platforms, and I can come back and do that. You can actually gain a lot more on those platforms. And then the new one that I'm doing a lot on is Threads. We can talk about that at another one. Let's see, your content is 27. I'm just trying to get through. Okay, so here are some suggestions on some things that I use. I know I've got only a couple minutes. Who here uses AI? Anybody? Who here is afraid of AI? Still. I mean, listen, if we're all not a little afraid of AI. AI is not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, it's being integrated in more and more. You're going to you see all those flyers? I should do a whole thing on flyers. The AI flyers that all look alike, but it's different businesses. That's because from a resource perspective, you can get those created for free instead of using a social media manager or a social media marketer. ChatGPT and all of those AI are here to stay. So how you embrace that, I think, will be very important in your business in the future. Actually, right now, it's very important. But there are ways for you to utilize, I don't want to be blamed for AI mistakes. So there's always going to be that's a great point, Katie. AI, you don't just copy and paste AI. I had a flyer done recently where I said, I want you to make it brighter. I didn't have time to figure out how Canva does that. I have Canva, but I'm not the pro at that. So I shoved that flyer, which was an open house flyer, into chat. Chat took my face, which I didn't ask it, and made me look like I was completely deformed. You have to pay attention to what chat and the AI things put out. It also changed the name of my company. It changed the date of the event. So you are 100% right, Katie. I use chat for things that that I know I can't possibly do. You're in a relationship. Yeah, Felicia, I'm in a relationship with ChatGPT. I call mine Boo because when it's the rise of the machines, I don't want Boo to kill me. And if you know anything about that whole Terminator thing. CapCut, you sign your, yeah. So CapCut, again, these are just tools that you can use. Um, I am finding that the majority of the editing I can do on other platforms, but CapCut is the easiest one. And Jason's 100% right. You have to be careful. You have to be careful of what you're doing on all the social media apps. Opus Clips is great. If you've got, like I do the podcast, Opus Clips is $9 a month. There's a free version too. I plug my video into Opus Clips, which is an online platform. It's not an app. And you just plug your video in and it creates reels, and it creates them based on listening to the entire video and giving it a rating as far as where the most reach will be based on this part of the video. So then you don't have to create the videos yourself. You don't have to worry about reels if that's your thing. Opus Clips, one of my favorite platforms to plug my videos into when I have those. Don't be afraid of AI. Just make sure you double check it, like Katie brought up. You have to make sure that your work is your work, and you also have to make sure that what it's saying and spitting out. I've caught ChatGPT in a BS. I'm like, that's not accurate. That's absolutely not accurate. So you really do have to check. Don't post anything blindly from any AI ever, my opinion. Analytics. This is where the digital creator part comes in. But I don't want you to, a kid scored 41% on a test he tried to cheat with AI. No doubt. Listen, AI sounds all pretty, but you have to fact check it. You have to make sure that you're fact checking. Great point, Katie. Analytics. If you're not a digital creator, then you have to figure out where your analytics are. I use SurveyMonkey. That's a whole different one. You can email me or message me on the side. You want to know what people are thinking. You want to know where your stuff is coming from. If you're not tracking the leads that you get in, if you're not tracking and asking where they saw it from, most of my realtors are my primary client because they send me business. Most of my new business from new relationships comes from my social media posts. And I ask, when I ask a realtor how they found me, almost always it's from my social media posts. The other time, of course, is a referral from another realtor. But outside of that, it's almost always my social media post. You have to ask. But if you're a digital creator, you can see the things that are resonating, and it will actually tell you where you're best at. I get every day, I look at the algorithm on Facebook and see where I'm performing or not performing so well. It's a lot, you all. This is a lot. Social media is a full-time job if you let it, but I don't want you to have to do a full-time job. I want you to find something that is consistent with who you are and that you are comfortable doing on a regular, consistent basis. That's all. Keep all the rest of the noise out. If you just like to post 3 times a week, post 3 times a week. The social media platforms will then follow you and know that you're being consistent. Consistency and authenticity, number 1 and 2. Be you. It's your superpower. Nobody else is you. Don't, again, blinders, don't think about the other people out there. This person's posting this. I should be doing that. And then hop onto the next bandwagon. Just be you. You don't have to be like everybody else, but you want to show the world who you are. All right, that's it. So there's my contact information. That link, that QR code goes to my Linktree. My Linktree has everything you could ever want to know about TED ad nauseum. But you can always text me. I'm great on texting. And of course, if you need me to call you back, I will. But I want you to feel comfortable. And if you have questions after Walt shares the slides with you, which is totally good with me, message me, text me and say, hey, I'd love to talk to you for a little bit. I'll make time for you. I want you to utilize social media and get more out of it. And that's it. Now you're a social media powerhouse. Ta-da. Thanks, Jason. All right, Walt.
Hey Ted, Walt's power just went out, so
Oh, good.
uh
Good for him.
he can
Any questions for me? I mean, if you think about them later, you can always message me. God knows you'd be able to find me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey,
Hey,
Jason.
thank you so much. This is it's just incredibly powerful, so thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. You
Yeah,
guys
I'm
really, you
Your
guys
contact
really
again.
are, you
Your
guys
contact.
already have the power. You're already doing the things you should do. And if you tweak them a little bit and understand the algorithm, I mean, people want to know how nice Jason is and how awesome Felicia is. And, they want to get to know you because otherwise, how else are they going to know you?
Can you put the contact again, please?
Yes. Let's see. Oh, put that slide up. Oh, here, I can just put it. You want me to put it in the chat?
Yes, please.
So I put my cell and then my link tree. My link tree has every link to every possible thing. I even have a TikTok channel where I'm completely self-deprecating all the time. You want to have fun. We're under enough stress in our jobs. So make social media fun for you. Don't make it a task. And the only way to really do that is to do it in a way that you enjoy it.
so
All right.
Ted.
Yes.
So question for you. I think this ties into what you're saying. I basically created a YouTube channel about a year ago, and it was just this big, like convoluted mess of all this stuff, like personal and business, and it was just it didn't have any real structure to it. So basically, I took out all the business. I just left it as like kind of a vehicle for what I wanted to communicate, and it's become this just basically I like stretching. It's like these yoga poses that I got a lot out of, and I've been doing that for like 26 years now. And so I just basically post these videos on how to do them and how they can help other people. And so I've slowly started to adapt that into like basically talking about different things, just little things. But is what you're saying basically instead of trying to keep these things separate, just combine them because that's who you are. Is that basically it?
I'm a believer in that. Yes, that's my opinion. I love that. So YouTube is such a unique platform because you really do have to have intention there. There has to be a true overall message. So if yours is stretching and yoga, that's the overall message that gets people to your page. But what you're talking about doing is brilliant. Then you're bringing in other things. You'll bring in other conversations either while you're stretching or while you're doing yoga or before or after the actual yoga is over, or the stretching is over. That's where you will be subtly, subconsciously redirecting people to go, okay, I love this Jason guy. I can't stretch like him, but I love the fact that he's also a real estate professional. And I would like to learn more about that side of him. Why? Because they got to know you on a personal level and you just opened it up instead of shoving it down their throats as to what you do. So that's a great point. That's another reason why if all you're doing business, then all I think about is you're all about the money. As a consumer, I don't want to think that way. I want to know that I can talk to you, that you're going to protect me during the transaction, that you really have my best interest at heart. If all I see are business things, then I don't necessarily trust that. People trust the feeling and they trust like the openness, the way that you're inviting people in, Jason, and then just subtly talking about different topics. That's brilliant. And that's really sort of what I'm talking about doing on the other platforms.
So here's I think the topic sentence that I struggle with the most. With having said what you just said, and I completely agree with being authentic. That's really what it comes down to. That's what we should be doing. There's a component with being authentic, where you admit that you make mistakes. And so how do you write the role of a realtor who is not supposed to make mistakes when it comes to like the numbers and the you know, doing your job and representing this agent or representing your buyer or your seller to the best of your ability, and in the same breath admitting that you make mistakes and they don't want you to make mistakes if you're acting on their behalf. Does that make sense?
Yes. And Sai, I'll get to you in just a minute. Yes, that makes sense. So when you're showing your human side, I'm not saying, come in. I'm not saying, oh, thank you. I'm not saying that you're saying that you are you make a lot of mistakes professionally.
Sure.
So most of us, like, I feel like I don't make mistakes professionally. I know I do, but I don't talk. Like when I say I make a mistake, it's not going to be something that's going to cost anybody any money.
Right.
It's going to be, I forgot to maybe introduce them earlier to an insurance person. I would not focus on those. And I don't feel like that's being inauthentic. When I'm
Okay.
talking about the mistakes you make, I'm talking about when you make mistakes on videos. Or gosh, I only put 10 open house signs out. Now I've got to run out and get 10 other open house signs. That shows that you're committed and willing to do what you have to do. So on the business side, I would absolutely be filter that a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully you all don't make giant mistakes every single day in your transactions. I would not highlight those. What they're looking
Sure.
though for is, wow, this person's out doing this, or they fumbled on a video, or they're talking about how they're trying to bathe. I had one the other day, trying to bathe their dog, and the dog got out, got wet all over the house. And I mean, I'm not saying you go, wow, I really screwed up that. Now I had to give all my commission away. I personally would not go that far.
Sure.
And most of you don't make those mistakes, right? I feel like this group is, you might have made a mistake here or there. You're not trying to highlight your mistakes. You're trying to show your human mistakes that come through, like the ones I mentioned. So I would talk about, you don't even have to mention your mistakes if you're not comfortable with that. People are going to see them, especially if you do video. I make a mistake every single time I do video. Like right now, if I did a video, I'd see that my lights are in my glasses. And I would probably point that out after the fact because there's no way to edit that out. Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about being human.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Share, of course, share your personal life on social media to build trust. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's absolutely. And it doesn't have to be all of your personal life. I'm not saying share your tea or your dirt. There's a difference. There's people who don't have a line. We don't want to hear about your philandering spouse or significant other on social media. Nobody wants to hear that. But you're proud of your kids. You're proud of your husband or wife got a promotion. You're excited because you were agent of the month. You're excited because you won a prize at an event. Those are the kinds of things that you're sharing that are personal. But your dirt, I would stay away from. I would stay away from. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to read it. I just wish realtors would post less of it. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. I'm gonna head out. Thank you. Walt will get you everything you need. My stuff's in the chat. And if you need to reach out to Walt to get to me, please, please, please. Yes, Felicia, keep your dirty laundry off Facebook. Definitely, definitely, definitely. All right. I appreciate you all. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Walt. We will see you guys soon. I appreciate you giving me your time. You guys were amazing. All
Thank
right.
you,
Have a
Ted.
good day. All right, guys. See you later.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.